my dear Pisces. This is the love bonus reading for Libra season, 23rd of September to October 22nd, 2019, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. It is a thank you reading, since your reading is the 7th most appreciated reading of the September general reading. So thank you to all Pisces and Pisces loved ones that gave gratitude for my readings by watching the videos and the ads, liking the videos, and dedicating themselves to love and spiritual growth. This will be a love reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you this is you, it can as well be the person or situation you are dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. It will be different for every viewer. For some people, it will be your lover or your aunt or your best friend, and this is usually you, and this is the other person, but this is also usually the divine feminine. So if you identify as a divine masculine, you might find yourself on this side. And what do I mean with divine feminine and divine masculine? So a divine feminine is a male or female that is mostly focused on kind of giving to the world, like nature gives to the world. And if you are identifying more as a divine masculine, you are more action-oriented and might be a little bit like, so let's see if I can save myself here, but a little bit more action-oriented and a little bit more like a go-grabber, like the one that go grab nature, okay? So, okay, I'm sorry I have a little bit of sniffles, but I was warning you, I was a little bit under the weather already in this Friday. So this is the deck I will be using, Golden Universal Tarot, and I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open your deck here, I see the Two of Wands with the Ace of Wands in the reversed. So Pisces, it seems like you want to take a decision, or you must take a decision and you're really not up for it. It seems like you know kind of where you need to go, but you don't want to go there. So that's what I'm seeing here. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Ten of Cups with the Two of Wands. So it seems to be a decision when it comes to this love situation. Maybe you want to leave this all behind, but it seems like a treasure. So I don't know why someone would want to leave it behind. But maybe the love is strong, but the situation isn't, 100%. So I call the four archangels, and I need to say, so many people is commenting on the shuffling, but this is normal how you shuffle, and you see it's almost every other card. But of course, these cards here is going to be roughly the same, like it's going to shift a little bit because I'm shifting the deck, but this is a normal way of shuffling, and it's giving me significators, so I know what your reading will be about. And then I will do this other shuffling that kind of randomly spreads the card through the deck. So it's normal, it's normal shuffling. Here is the 6 elements, and we have Justice together with the Two of Wands now in the reversed. So I think you feel unjustly treated in a situation where you love someone very dearly, but you don't feel maybe it's reciprocated. I have a problem with that word this week, obviously. You might feel that there's time for justice. So this decision you need to make might be to give yourself justice. You don't feel super up for it because it's probably not going to be particularly rewarding. Changing patterns with other people, when patterns is put in place, people that benefits from these patterns usually enjoy it, okay? So they don't like when you change the rules, and I think you know it, so you kind of don't want to do it either. But I think it's like a universal force pushing you, and you are starting to get fed up and tired with how things have been. So justice is knocking on the door. So 6 elements, and you see now I'm going to the second shade of the shuffling. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, And you can see that this significators comes again because probably I didn't tell the story like as it should have been. Okay, but I think it's kind of this. I can't see much else, that there's someone wants to kind of, maybe is not into the situation fully for love, but also for, you know, getting, like feeding their ego a little bit. And it needs to be a revolution here because the love is somewhat lopsided. And I'm also seeing this story that this person, whoever this is, Five of Swords, might be a person that thinks that they are entitled to everything. Okay, so these people can in many occasions take their loved ones for granted because they think, yeah, these people are there, they love me, but what's over there? What's like the other lawn, the greener grass was over there for me because I know I'm worthy of everything. So it might be someone that's also taking you for granted, or you are doing this towards someone, that it's more about winning in this relationship than what it is about actually loving. And then this other person, or you, this is you, are feeling like this is unfair and I probably need to make a decision to change things around here. So I want my dear Pisces to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success. And I think this is a fear of loneliness. So you have kind of given a little bit too much of yourself to the brink of exhaustion almost because of love, because you love someone and you want to keep the love. So you have sacrificed yourself or made yourself, like given yourself away. And it's big of you. It's like you're being a very warm-hearted person in this situation. But Two of Swords, I think your feelings, like your emotions, are saying no. So you have been able to give maybe more than was your lot, but I think your emotions is now saying no. That's what I'm getting. You want to be nice, you want to be the bigger person. It doesn't cost you so much. It's like cool for you. If the other person has problem with, like, they always need to be pampered or always needs to be lifted up to the sky, or it has been kind of all right for you because there's no big problem for you to be that person that lives another person. But something inside of you is making a revolution here. So I don't think you will be able to continue on that path. So now it's done. So I lose myself with the prayer when there comes a lot of jumpers. But I really want you to have be able to walk on your highest path and find your highest destiny as well. Okay. So I will just tune in for a few seconds to you and your reading, Pisces. So, my dear Pisces, this is your new bottom of the deck, and we have a Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's kind of an acknowledgement that there's no cooperation in this situation, and that is making you very disappointed, because it would be so easy, you feel, for these other people to apply themselves and, you know, do the same dirty work as you with loving people unconditionally, but they just don't want to do it. And you're kind of puzzled with why this is the case, when life and love could be so wonderful if people wouldn't try to, you know, steal stuff from each other, but instead give stuff to each other. So, and I understand your disappointment. This is the old bottom of the deck, so it might show something old. And we see the Magician here in the reverse with the Queen of Wands. So some of you might be dealing with trickster Aries. But the first thing I saw was that you have seen through the illusion of the trickster, and you're not particularly interested in keep on elevating this person, because you have seen through them. Maybe before you had like pink shimmer before your eyes or pink glasses, and you saw the person as you wanted them to be. But I think now you see them a little bit more as they actually are. and it's not a pretty look. It's not like you're impressed by this person or feel respect for them when you see that they are all about manipulations and games and so on. Okay, so this will be what's on your conscious mind about them. This is the situation, and this is what's on their conscious mind about you. And this is what's your feelings for them. The common energies between you two, like the bond between you two, and their feelings for you. And this is your behavior and attitudes towards them. This is the outcome, and this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation. And we have a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So Queen of Pentacles is the divine feminine. It's like Gaia, Earth. The basics of economy. Like if we are to live on this planet, there needs to be oxygen, it needs to be water, there needs to be soil for the food. So this is the basics. But then we can also enrich ourselves. For example, build a house from a tree. It's not like what other animals do, but it what humans do. We take down trees and we make houses, or we take out blocks of stone and build houses. And when we are at it with the stones, we might find also precious metals and diamonds and other things. So all these things comes from nature, from Gaia. And here it's like she's a little bit exhausted. So the divine feminine in this equation is a little bit exhausted. Like too much resources have been taken out, and she feels like she has nothing more to give. Like there has been a one-sided. It's not like in the past. We can see the olden days, like with druids or shamans or nature religions, with elves and whatnot, where people had the belief that if you take something from nature, if you're out there, you know, plucking wood or whatever to your fire, you want to leave something in return. And what you leave is still from nature. Like if you leave like a bouquet of small flowers, it's still from nature, but it's a sign of gratitude. So it's like we are giving and receiving still, even if the mother is giving us everything, together with the father son. That's the action oriented, the energy that puts a spark to things and give it life. Like she longs for love, and she longs for this light to come to her, but in this case I think there has not been enough light. Okay, the divine masculine hasn't shown appreciation. So that's what I'm feeling. And the divine masculine can be in a female person or in a male person. It's just an energy. Okay, so this is what's on your conscious mind about them. And we have a King of Wands in the reverse. So again, someone of you might be dealing with an, like we saw before, we saw Aries. This is Aries, this is Leo, and we can also have Sagittarius, of course. And with the King of Wands in the reverse, what's on your conscious mind about them? I'm thinking of rulers. This is a ruler. It's like the ultimate king, like King Richard Lionheart or something like that. Okay, and when it comes in reversed, I think it feels like you ruled them out. So that's what I'm feeling, ruled them out. And it's, I'm feeling anger, but not action-oriented anger. It's more like, ugh, like being not spiteful, but just tired and, you know, irritated on this other person. And you see them as a King of Wands in the reverse. So it's like you see them as a very charming person, but a person that doesn't apply themselves. Like they promise a lot of things, but they are never there to fulfill these promises. Or they, you know, talk a lot of things, build the situation up into what it's not. So this is a person, you feel you can't trust them, and I feel this tiredness. It's almost like my forehead is so tired of this person, probably because you're trying to figure out why they're so stupid, why they are not working together with you on this. Okay, so And this is what's on their conscious mind about you. And we have a Four of Pentacles in the reversed. Okay, so I felt two things at once. And the first thing I felt was that they feel that you have blocked them out. And the other thing I feel is that they want to steal those coins from you. Like they want to take them out of your grasping hands. Okay, so they want to force you to do the thing you did before, is what I'm feeling. They want to force you to continue giving in the way you gave before, because it made them feel good. It made them feel like they were tended by a parent, that they could still be like a juvenile teenager towards, and you know, do uproar and revolution and you know, lie, because teenagers lies to their parents because the parents have boundaries and they want to keep their teenager safe. But the teenager is kind of is like an arrow into life. They need to live their own life. But some people get stuck here and they treat their partner or everyone in the world like the parent that they need to. So they are self-destructive in the relationship because they haven't done proper teenage revolution. So they do teenage revolution in every relationship. And they still try to steal the benefits of, you know, having parents. So they pick their pocket and then they run out of on town. So that's a little bit what I'm seeing with this, that the person doesn't want you to stop giving. And they are wondering why you are stop giving, what's wrong. Probably they are thinking if their, you know, charm isn't working really with you anymore. Is there something wrong with this? Didn't I say, maybe I said the wrong thing. Maybe they have, you know, seen through some of my lies. That might be a fear with this person. They are closing also their heart chakra here. And that's what they have been doing all along. And I think you have been starting to close your heart chakra for them because you feel that the situation is unfair. So this is your feelings for them. And we have the It's a Revolution. So I'm hearing a song. It's a revolution. Okay. Sorry for my sniffles. It's typical that the sniffle comes with the Pisces reading, because that's often the case. So I don't know what's up with you, Pisces. The energy. I have learned that spirits sometimes itch my nose when I'm doing readings and other things. And when I'm doing Pisces reading, they are really, you know, doing the works with my nose. So also getting me the sniffles. It's a joke, of course, but it's interesting why this happens. So Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is you doing revolution. Like what was once up will be down. What was down will be up. Enough is enough. So you have played this game. You have put in this effort because you wanted an outcome. You wanted a certain outcome. With the Two of Wands, you have seen this outcome, you know, the person that stands hold the globe. But with the Ace of Wands that was in the reverse, you probably see that this is not going to happen. So you're going to have to take an uncomfortable decision, and this is it. So it's divinely orchestrated. So the feelings that you feel is like the divine has made, you know, frequency settings with you. So you will change your mind about things because now they needed you probably to pamper this person for a while, you know, to make them open their heart chakra a little bit. So that they could feel the pain of loss when you leave them. So that's the plan, and it sounds vicious, but pain is a beautiful teacher for people. Pain, when we feel pain, we try to do something about it. When everything is nice, when we are pampered, we don't try to fix anything. We fix things that's not broken. But when we feel it's broken, we want to fix it. So pain is a beautiful teacher. And here we have this teenager that doesn't apply themselves, dropping the ball on you, destroying the relationship, not fulfilling their promises, not being loyal, being childish, not taking, like not, if you throw them the ball, they don't take it, they just like this. So we can see it's kind of the same here. They don't want to apply themselves. So why should they apply themselves? It's you that should apply yourself. So they feel they want this like this unbalance, because it was beneficial for them for obvious reasons. And this is the common energies. So both of you now feel like you're thrown out in the cold. This person because mommy doesn't love me anymore, or daddy, okay, and you because it would have been so easy for this person to be like you feel. They could have been, you know, applying themselves. And since they didn't, you make this about you, that it must be that you are not worthy of love, so you are not worthy to make that extra effort. But I don't think that's the case. I think you are worthy. I think that they will find you worthy too. It's just that power is so important for them. They want to have control because they are small children. Even if they are like 80 years old, I don't care. They are small children and they want to be in control. So they want to have kind of the boot over you, and that you still will be nice towards them, because this is what they have experienced from you in the past. And if you change that, they feel that they are not loved, and you have probably never felt really loved. You guessed that you were loved, but you didn't feel it, and you assumed you were loved, but they didn't show it with actions, maybe with words. With King of Wands can sometimes be very charming with words. So both people feel miserable in this situation, but change needs to happen, obviously. So this person needs to not take you for granted anymore, and you might need to move on. So this might have just been a lesson for this person. So this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So it's like you're tired of fighting for this. So if they want to wreck, you know, whatever you built together, yes, let them wreck it. Let them destroy it. See if I care, is what I'm hearing from Pisces. This is also, we have Leo here. And this is a March in Leo. So angry Leo you have become. So it's like you decide that you control the situation now, and you were carrying it around like this before, but now you want to control the situation. You are not interested in fighting for this relationship anymore. And it might be, for some of you, it might be your teenager that you are tired of fighting with them. So okay, if they want to destroy their life, go ahead, destroy your life. You're 18 now, do whatever the hell you want. So you're tired of trying to save them from themselves. But it can apply to this all the people, person as well, or people, their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So what they are trying to avoid is responsibility. I would imagine this person being a person that says they want freedom, they don't want commitment, they don't want responsibilities. Maybe they don't either they might have one area of their life that's successful. Maybe their career is working for them, or their friendships is working for them, or their traveling is working for them, or some relationships are working for them. But usually this person doesn't want much responsibility. Everything needs to be game and play, because they don't want reality to hit them in the face like, oh God, I'm a grown up now, I'm supposed to take responsibility. So when you talk about kids, they run out the door. When you talk about commitment, and they are nowhere to be found. So it's that kind of person. And it's like they're already carrying an enormous burden. And I don't know exactly what this is. It's probably something from their childhood or past lives. And that is blocking their view of what they have together with you. Because maybe they would be happy with commitment and children, but it's something like, it's the feeling of responsibility that's killing them. Like, it's killing them. I don't know exactly why, but they feel very burdened by this. So if you say anything with responsibility, they feel immediately, they feel ill or sad or depressed or something similar to that. So this is a person that keeps a lot of things hidden inside of them. They have a lot of bothers, and they don't tell you. They have so many bothers, but they don't tell you. So when you put one thing more on their back, it's like their camel's back is broken. It's the one last stick that broke the camel's back. So for some reason, that's probably not your fault, because you have carried this person around. This person is overwhelmed. Okay, they are overwhelmed. And it's probably the past and not the now that's overwhelming this person. They want to get there with you, but they don't know how to, because one little thing, like one little more, like this is what they need to do for the rest of their life, or well, they're going to have to change diapers for 3 years. It's giving them the, you know, they get anxious, like really anxious is what I'm feeling. So I don't know what's up with this person, but I'm feeling that it might be a karmic thing, that they have had a lot of responsibility, and they blew it for some reason. And now they feel guilty, so they don't want to have any responsibility. Don't lay it on me. I'm just going to F it up. So don't trust in me. Don't believe in me. Don't put any burdens on me. I will just destroy everything. I don't know what they did. Maybe they pushed a button and exploded Atlantis. I don't know. Okay. So this is the outcome. And we have a 4 of Swords in the reverse. So I feel very irritation here. I feel irritation. I don't want to stay in this situation anymore. I want this person to, you know, engage themselves. I don't see that they are gonna. But I feel this is your frustration, because this is your reading. And you might be able to have patience with this person, but it will be like walking on, you know, needles. You will be that irritated. Or you will not withstand this, because it's like a force coming here that wants you to make different steps, so that this whole relationship will, the dynamics of it will shift. But here I'm thinking you're trying to behave, okay? And in some cases this will work out for you, but you will feel highly irritated. In other cases it won't work out for you, and you will explode. This is poltergeist energy. So when 4 of Swords is in reverse, it's like person. So you have seen them crash your situation over and over again, and eventually you are going to feel, so okay, what the hell? If like if your little child is pushing down, you know, their dinner from the dinner table again and again, the parents have patience with this. But when the child is 6 years old and they are doing the same thing, the parent starts to get really irritated. And if the person is 60 years old and doing the same thing, it's hard to keep a straight face. So that's what I'm feeling. And you have been able to keep a straight face for long, because for some reason you made excuses for this person. Maybe I don't love. So this is you. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So you were not in an illusion. This person's soul loves you. Okay, but they have big problem, big karma. So they are carrying around like an elephant on their back. So they have a hard time showing this love, but they want to, their soul wants to tell you that their love for you is deep as the ocean. So that can be some comfort. And sometimes this is for the love and this is for the person, and the other way around. So yes, okay, it's that way. Twin flames, your passion ignites. This person is somewhat your responsibility, because they are a part of you. You were made from the same atoms in the Big Bang or whatever. And so they are you. But they are you that have walked a different road so that you would get a different perspective. So they have been through something that is kind of horrific, and that made them like this, like small children doesn't want to take responsibility. But they are your responsibility still. And that's probably why you have been, you know, putting so much effort into this. But I think when you now are guided to do revolution, it's probably because this person is more ready to maybe face what's underneath door number 10 here. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So maybe with humor you can make this person see that they are you know, behaving strange and not they are not behaving sane. So you could instead of getting this pissed with them and, you know, getting so tired of them, maybe you could show them with humor, like how stupid they are. Playfulness, this is how they're trying to get away from everything. They're trying to They're trying to make everything about games and plays and a laugh. And maybe that's the door in. Maybe that's the only truth that they can tolerate. Truth that comes with like a laugh or with a little bit comedian on the side. So if you want to keep this person in your life and you want to work through these issues, maybe try with a little bit humor. Not making fun of them always, but a little bit, like to show them the mirror. Like you can do it with if they have like like they have something that they do. I'm trying to figure out like something that a person can have. Imagine that every time you're talking about babies, they get hysterical. Okay, so then you're with friends and they are there. And you're saying, now we're going to talk about babies. So it's best you go out on the yard and put earphones on so you don't hear it, because I know how hysterical you get. So those kind of things to make the person a little bit, aware that they are acting strange and that you are taking this into consideration because you are the bigger person. Okay. So my dear Pisces, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care. And I also want to thank you so much for the love and appreciation. You really have watched the ads for me, which is, I feel a lot of gratefulness for that, because it frees up my time so I can do more of these readings for you. Now, it wasn't the case because I took my weekend, but, and it was because I had so many readings, I couldn't really spread them out, so I had to do it on a weekend. But in normal cases, I would be able to take a day off and do readings like this for you because of the income from the ads. So I know ads are boring. I hate ads too, but sometimes they are great, and you can watch them for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first, or click the ad, because it helps me financially. It's not much, it's just like some cents, but when many people do it, it helps out. So I'm really grateful because you did a really great job there. So even if you didn't hit the like button as much or your video wasn't as watched, when I added all these aspects, you came in this place, and I'm super grateful. So thank you, Pisces. And I will come back with a general reading for October in the mid-October, and I will probably change deck until then. I will probably use Anna K Tarot, which I'm using for my private clients at the moment. I will have to find another deck for the clients, but it's how I test them out. I need to have really reliable decks when I work with my clients, and this one I really like. So you're the first one I'm telling this, so this is some news. But in October, mid-September, I will do the readings for October. So see you then. Okay, bye-bye.